Yo, everybody. Mo's Money Picks coming at you. Getting in just in time. A little Halloween trick-or-treating. Kind of threw me off today. Nonetheless, I'm here, ready to make my picks just before the game starts. Do have an update. I was 5-1 last week. Puts my record now at 29-19. I'm pretty much a guaranteed victor. At this point, no matter what, I would listen to what I have to say basically every single time I talk. You two, Eric, Andy, both listen. Going into my picks, I did want to give you guys a couple updates just to give you a little heads up. One, we have a little issue in the league. I believe it is on Scott or Derek. I don't know, one of their teams, Scott or Derek. I'm not sure. But I believe he took Vereen off of IR. I did want to remind you guys in the rules, right above the trade section, if a player gets injured during the season, he may be put on injured reserve. There are 2 slots per team for injured reserve. However, once a player is put there, he may not return to an active roster for the rest of the season. So I will go ahead and put him back on the IR or else on his bench for the week. I believe he is starting this week. So I will take care of that. As a commissioner, I follow the rules. That's what I do. Second notification, trades. The trade deadline is all in-season trades must be accepted no later than 11:59 p.m. of the Thursday before the Week 10 games. That means Wednesday night, just before at 11:59. There is, of course, as you know, a one-day trade period as far as approvals go, so that can draw into Thursday. However, you cannot accept a trade Thursday or after. So, just as a heads up, a couple of rule benders from your commish. We will now go into my picks for the week. Looking to start off with Forte or Dash against none other than I Love Mike Ditka. As I've been a little talking and bragging all week long, I love Mike Ditka. Derek N. Been talking a lot. I'm going to do my talking this week with my team. I will also put to a vote if we would like Lori to replace Derek at the end of this year due to lack of success in fantasy football. I'm more than happy to do that. Lori, you may be welcome. Derek, it might be time to go. I'm not sure, especially after this week. As I look at our teams in comparison, in the little preview, it says that I look to win big, which I already knew that. I'm actually about right now I'm projected almost 100 points more than you. My team is absolutely stacked at this point. It's so stacked, I'm starting my number 3 quarterback against you, Terrell Pryor. I also love my team this week with Forte, McCoy, and I don't know who to start on my receivers. Now, I would like to get feedback from you guys. Who would you start in this situation? I have Vincent Jackson, Boykin, Terrence Williams, Allen, Douglas, Daryl Richardson. He may end up starting. Wait, who's that? Oh, Torrey Smith and Pierre Garcon. I have so many people to start, I don't know what to do with them. Therefore, success is going to be on my side. I picked myself. The thing that is hurting Derek this week is Stafford is on a bye, and Kevin Ogletree is on a bye because of that. Not too concerned though overall with Reggie Wayne's hurt, Mike Williams hurt. They're both on IR. He is an IR team, so I feel bad for him, but I will pick myself to go. Continue first in the division. In my next game, I'm looking at Dutch Oven and Team 10. I'm going to take Dutch Oven right off the bat. I really don't need to go into detail about this. However, nothing more than to tell Jared to sub out Eli Manning and Cecil Shorts. Eli Manning, so Philip Rivers will end up playing instead, and probably Kendall Wright will play for him as well. Not going to make a difference. Scott does have a couple people on limited practice time this week, Charles and Stevie Johnson. They're saying Gio Bernard's going to be a big sleeper tonight. Been listening to a lot of fantasy football radio today, had 4 hours worth of driving. So look for him to possibly have a big game tonight overall. But really, this one's going to be the blowout of the week. Scott, I know why you didn't do some of your trades. I know you have an easy part of your schedule coming up. Take advantage of it, and you could be right in the playoff run. So I will take Dutch Oven. In my next game, we have the Rectal Renegades and Duke. This is one that could be definitely considered an upset. Jason has a much better record. Projections for him this week are absolutely horrible, and buys kill him. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on buys. He has two people that have limited practice time today. One, Marcus Whedon, might not even play, and two other people on IR on top of the people who have buys. I don't know, Jason. You might want to make a little trade for a little bit of depth. I'm not sure who you would give up at this point. Maybe you give up Peyton Manning and get 2 or 3 players out of it. I think that may be about your only shot at continuing on. Something to look forward to. As far as Derek goes, he has a lot of different injuries as well. Again, according to some of the fantasy football experts today, they're thinking that Ray Rice is finally going to start breaking out of his slump a little bit. I don't know if I believe that or not, as you know, but Ray Rice, Zach Stacy, both people to watch this week, especially because Stacy may not even play. Dwayne Bowe has basically thrown his season out the window. However, Andre Johnson, Ryan Matthews, both been playing well. I think those are the two that lead his team to victory this week in the upset, Duke over the Rectal Renegades. In Game 4, unnecessary fisting in the final answer, Mike Samuels has gone out on a limb and guaranteed victory. Guaranteed victory. A la Rasheed Wallace, I don't even know how many years ago, before he needed a walker to walk around, basically. Andy, however, is so confident, he's not even doing anything with a kicker this week. He's saying, I don't need a kicker, I'm not interested in a kicker, I'm not going to trade for a kicker, I'm just going to leave him out. So, in the projections, he is still favored in beating him. However, look deeper into his team. D'Angelo Williams did not practice today. Jonathan Stewart will be playing. That could be a little bit of a problem there for him. As far as I know, there was a trade accepted with Brandon LaFell going to another team. However, I did not see that in the trade pendings anymore, so I'm not sure what happened on that end. Basically, if Andy has a chance, he's going to have to rely on his combo of Romo Bryant, get a little A.J. Green and Tony Gonzalez, Brandon Marshall involved, because the rest of his team is just not there. This could be a much better week for Mike Samuels. He finally is looking semi-full strength at running back with Foster and Jackson. Hayward Bay, as long as he plays, could put up a 20 spot. Golden Tate, they have nobody else to throw the ball to in Seattle. Oh, gosh, I really want to pick this upset. I don't think I can, though. Oh, gosh. You know what I'm going to do it? I have the wiggle room. I'm picking Mike. I'm picking Mike this week to beat Andy. Nixie. Pierce Brosnan and the Fence Hopper. This is a huge game for the Fence Hopper because Eric is right on his tail. Derek's starting to struggle a little bit. And he also has a few people on buys with Yoick Bell and Michael Floyd. Derek typically changes his team right at the end of the week, so look for him to go ahead and pop in Woodhead and possibly one other player. Dustin, again, hurt by buys too. And CJ Spiller is still limited in practice. I'm going to go 2 upsets here. I'm going to go Derek Lehman over Dustin as well. The 2 teams that are, 6-2 right now in the South, I do consider weak squads still as far as depth goes. I'm going to take the 2 upsets and take them out at this point. Aaron Rodgers, I hate to say it, will probably demolish Chicago's defense because they have nobody this week. Adrian Peterson going up against Dallas is going to make up for last week. Those 2 players will dominate. I'm taking the Fence Hopper. And in our final game of the week, we had the Vinegar Strokes and the Prodigy, game of the week. And the only reason why it's the game of the week is because of a little bit of trade talk, trade chatter, or not trade talk, trash talk. I like the trash talk between the 2. Douglas has all but guaranteed a victory as well against Eric, and Eric has all but guaranteed he's going to lose. I am making the game of the week, though, because I do think that this game could possibly be the closest somehow, some way, if some of Eric's players actually show up and play. I'm going to take the Prodigy in the win. I will take him to actually move in front of Eric in the playoff position because of this as well. Mainly because, his players are playing a lot of porous defensive teams. A lot of Eric's players are hurt and have been limited all week long, and I don't trust them, plain and simple. I don't trust Aaron Sproles anymore. I don't trust Hopkins hardly at all. Cordell Patterson, what has he done besides return kicks for touchdowns? That's who he's starting this week. I'm not taking Eric. I'm taking Doug for the minor upset. So, gentlemen, like I said, remember those portions of the rules. Trade deadlines coming up soon. Get yourself prepared for next year. Long-term free agency coming up in a few weeks. I will go ahead and adjust Ridley back off of the starting lineups and back into he doesn't even have an IR spot. But I'm going to have to put something there to make sure he's not starting them. And other than that, things are going good. Things are going great. Looking forward to the rest of the week here. Next week, I I may have. I think I asked Andy Unnecessary Fencing or Fisting to do a little bit of work for me. Having some shoulder surgery. Not sure if I'll be up to my commissioner duties, but I will try my best. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.